Well, welcome to the San Diego Argonauts August Sail Point races for the ODOM. Sail Point races are our monthly club races here at the pond in Mission Bay. We keep track of these race results each month, and at the end of the year, name a fleet champion. We're going to have 3 ODOM races today, unfortunately due to operator error. That's me. We've got coverage of only the second 2 ODOM races today. I'm using a mini video camera that's velcroed to the top of my hat, so wherever my head is turned, that's the picture you're going to see. And I'm sailing ODOM number 81. It's a yellow-hulled ODOM with a red stripe on the jib. The wind today is about 4 to 6 knots. We're the first class sailing, so the wind, it's just after 11 o'clock. So the sea breeze, the wind is just still settling in. It's about 4 to 6 knots, coming pretty much right out of the west. That is a fair starting line. We've got a few holes out there, a few light spots, and the wind is trying to fill in a little bit. So we're about 15 seconds or so away from the start of the race. So let me kind of walk you through my stream of consciousness as this race progresses. Okay, so we're maneuvering for the start, not too far away. I like being pretty much at the pin end. My objective at the start, of course, is to have some clear air, have the boat moving. Okay, so I've gotten away with a fairly clean air start. I decided to tack right away. I like having clear air. I think it's important to be able to pick up the shifts. At least for me, it's easier to pick up the shifts. You can see there's not a lot of air out there. I'm trying to get the boat moving. I am concerned a little bit about tacking too much. I had a few tacks in there, but fortunately I got away with doing that. And at this point I'm just trying to sail the boat as fast as I can. My eyes are looking at the telltales on the jib. Certainly I've got some clear air. There are some shifts out there, and I'm just trying to keep the boat.
I'm hearing some clanking.
Keep the boat up to speed and work it up to weather.
Jim lost the sail.
Got a lot of distance between the boats on the far side of the pond and myself. That could mean that they can make some big gains, or I could have some big gains if there are shifts. But I guess that's sailboat racing. Again, I'm just trying to follow the wind. Wind's up and down. It looks like I'm altering my course quite a bit. I know I'm watching the jib. That's just the wind being a little bit on the fluky side. A couple of boats down to leeward of me. The black boat was able to tack and cross in front of me. But I'm coming into the mark with
81
fairly
is clear ahead
air.
of 368.
And I just called that I was clear ahead of the boat that was to weather of me. And we round the mark in pretty good shape. My objective is to get a clear start, clear air start, have some good speed, try to sail on the lifts as much as possible, get the weather mark in good shape. I think if you can get the weather mark in good shape, you're going to do okay for the race. Okay, let's move on to race number 3, the last race for the ODOMs this morning. We're about 15 seconds away from the start. The wind has filled in just a little bit. Still in the 4 to 6 knot range. A few puffs coming in. We expect it to be filling in a little bit more, and the wind to be picking up to be a little bit stronger as the day progresses. Well, I've started at the pin end as in the last race, which is really where I wanted to be. I tacked away as soon as I crossed the start line. Tried to make sure I had some clear air. Worked over to the right, got in some shallow water, gone back on to starboard. And at this point I'm just trying to sail the boat as fast as I can. You can see it's
into the pond.
The boat's standing up pretty well. That's a nice little hole that us 3 boats have sailed into. I've looked at the far side of the pond. Those boats were moving pretty well. Now they're standing up. They've got a hole over there. I'm moving fairly well. This is just an issue of where the wind's at on the water at this point. And of course the good sailors can look at the water and see what's happening, or what's going to be happening in the future. So I've got some good air now. Boat's heeling over pretty well. I'm just trying to play those puffs up a little bit. Trying to sail on the lifts. Laying over again pretty well. Basically I'm sailing right up the pond right now on port tack. That shift's going away a little bit. So this is, at this point, this is just about trying to make sure that you've got air in the area that you're sailing in. I tacked to leeward of number 99. I'm kind of pinned there, so tactically that's not a good place to be. We're just barely going to make the weather mark, I think. No, we weren't. Things got very quiet. Again, some of the boats stood up. I used my momentum to tack over to port. Got some clear air. Got lucky there, actually. Got through and I got around the weather mark in fairly good shape. Okay, well, I think that's going to wrap up our coverage of the ODOM races today. Again, my belief is that if you can get off to a good start, get some clear air, sail on the lifts, or sail in good air, and get yourself to the weather mark in good
Let's
shape,
go get him, Carter.
that you'll generally you do just fine in the races. So this is where I've kind of focused my discussion and my analysis of what's going on. So I hope you enjoyed the races, and we'll see you next month.